Hey guys, and welcome to a special video. Today I'm in Sweden near Stockholm and we're on a special boat. It's a Horizon 80 that was built in the year 2000. She's a wide body, so let's check out in this walkthrough video what's so special about her. So let's get this walkthrough started. This yacht is really special because she also has a design by Philippe Starck and Erik Andersen. So it's a very famous designer that designed this yacht in collaboration with a Scandinavian designer. And you can really see that there has been a lot of thought going into the design, and she has many nice details to offer. For example, here we're at the aft cockpit, and I think this table is well shaped and gives a lot of space also to walk around. And every corner is used pretty well. Here we have the stairs going up to the flybridge, of course, and then here you have your diesel valves for the tanks. Here you have the freshwater inlet, and here you have the waste pump out. So also the side deck boarding is arranged nicely. Then you have some doors going down. You have a curved deck. The cleats and the winches are arranged nicely, I have to say. So, and of course this boat is built in 2000, so she's over 24 years old, and I think the owner has taken good care of her, but of course you can see the age. So let's find out and see more details about this yacht throughout the walkthrough, and where are the pros and cons for this yacht. Here we have some switches. Then on the starboard side, another entry, so the camera can move down a little bit to show that. And then we have here another water tank inlet and also another fuel diesel inlet. She has 7,000 liters of fuel, 1,700 liters of fresh water, so that's a good capacity. And then we're also going to check out the engine room later, of course. But again, here we have the nice deck equipment. And let's go into the saloon and check out why she's a wide body boat. And maybe we're just going to turn over the camera quickly. Can you give it to me? And so you see, you don't have any side decks, right? So there, that space is used by the saloon. And nowadays, some yacht builders, they advertise it, for example, as asymmetric when there's only one side deck, and San Lorenzo does that. So there's many new concepts also out utilizing that space. Because there you can say, why would you need walk around decks? Of course, it's much easier to put the fenders, etc., but you can also do it from the top. Well, now we're in the saloon, entering through a big glass sliding door that actually gives also lots of light. And then you have still, for such an let's say classic yacht, you have big windows, and the interior looks actually quite nice and in shape. And then you have this typical beige color scheme together with the cherry wood in high gloss, very classic interior design. But it feels enormous because here you have really full space, the full space is used. So that's your starboard side saloon table, and then that is actually on a rise and fall, I'm not sure. It's actually a rise and fall mechanism. So this table can go up and down. And then here you have your TV that comes out, and imagine back in the days they had this deep, big old buckets of a TV, and now of course you have a little flat screen inside, and then you have left and right some storage. And here on the port side you actually go down to the crew cabin, which also we're gonna see later in the video. Then you have some Bang & Olufsen surround system. You have this nice coffee corner, also rise and fall table. And yeah, of course, everything is with aircon, etc. And then you have this nice and well-equipped saloon bar that has a fridge, a sink, and also yeah, a lot of storage underneath. And then basically, if you give him the camera, I can give you a quick show how this looks here. So this is the fridge and the storage down here. Everything, yeah, working well. And the counter for the coffee machine. Then basically here we are on the port side. You also have this window band, and underneath you have lots of storage for your cutlery and glasses and dishes and whatnot. Then also important, you have the window to open for some nice fresh breeze. You can get the fresh air. You have on both sides, you have the doors to go out, of course, because, well, here then the front deck starts and you want to put your feathers here. And also on both sides you have the side doors that you can go out to the side deck. So let's check out the helm station area. You have those nice curtains, so you can also shut it off for privacy. Obviously on the port side you have the other door. Then you have those nice antique internal telecom. And here the navigation corner. And now that's a special one. Never actually seen one like this. Maybe you've already noticed what is special. Well, the engine levers. Here and here. That's like driving a tank. And you really feel like in a spaceship. I could, you know, say like, Captain Kirk, let's go like light speed or light warp or whatever that is. And then like, go ahead. But that's really a bit strange to be honest. But I mean, why not? It's, but then on the, I guess you would never drive, like, I mean, you wouldn't maneuver from here, right? So here you're just gonna be sitting like, okay, let's go a bit faster. That feels good. So on the flybridge there, you would maneuver it, and then I saw it already, of course, the engine levels are a bit closer. But the specialty about this yacht is actually that she's registered as a passenger ship in the Swedish maritime register, so she can carry up to 34 passengers, and she's actually quite well chartered, so that means also the boat is running a lot and running very well and well taken care of. But of course, on the other hand, you have some wear and tear, but the owner is also very adamant to give the boat over in the best condition possible. So that's something that is important to understand. And I think this boat is really for somebody that loves this space, this kind of arrangement of the wide body, because she really offers a lot of space and is a very, very voluminous boat that can be like your home on the water. And she has a very good technical base because everything really works, and she has every 5 years she has a very thorough class survey, and the last survey was just like 5 years ago. So I think you get a boat that has a very good technical base, and then you can individualize it on top of that. And yeah, I mean, it's a really it's a fascinating boat because you have also hydraulic bow and stern thrusters, so she's very well equipped. She has PTOs, power takeoff units on both of the engines. You have this Raytheon VHF that's also a piece to the Resistance, and of course you also have a modern one that actually works, which is this one, Raymarine VHF. And then you have your new autopilot by Simrad. You have a new multifunction chart plotter and Simrad display here, all touchscreen that works very well. Here the antique weatherfax, I mean, isn't this amazing? So you can yeah, really enjoy that. And here's again also the autopilot main unit, and that's the command unit for easier control. Then you have some multifunction displays, like giving you the speed, etc. Those are the engine displays, RPMs, and then the electronic displays. So this is the CCTV system. And then what's trapped underneath here? Nothing. Isn't that amazing? That was a little bit of air that is now released. Yeah, we're getting a bit philosophical here on this special yacht, because I do have to admit that I like it actually a lot, because it really feels so well arranged. And yeah, I mean, back in those days, they just knew how to build boats, and everything was so solid. I mean, these levers alone, and yeah, you can really feel that this is a good boat. And me sitting here for so long and talking so much, I think it's time to move on. So that was the helm station. See you on the other side. Let's go down to the guest and cabin area. So here we are in the main corridor going into the master cabin, which is aft, and between the master cabin and the engine room there is actually the bathroom, so that also means for noise insulation that should be better. And despite the classic interior, look at this surprisingly colorful master bed with a matching sofa on the corner. And then you have obviously your cabinets table, your amenity table, vanity table I think it's called, yes, with lots of storage, daylight, fresh air you can have inside. Then you can open this and have also a lot of storage. And then in the master ensuite you have another surprise, which is actually a bathtub on the corner with some nice tinted glass, and then a matching floor with actually golden lines between the tiles. And the toilet is a vacuum system, so that works also pretty well. Lots of storage, and I think it's a pretty good arrangement all in all that has this very classic and gentleman feel and energy to it. So I think it's yeah, you can really enjoy this volume. You have also a fridge, a space for the fridge, where there is no fridge right now, but you could put one there. Then you have a little desk, and then obviously a lot of storage behind all these panels, and then you can fill this library with your favorite books, so to get also a good reading underway. And I think that was the master cabin, which is again also quite spacious and generous and has a very classic look and feel. Yeah, so coming out of the master cabin, we have again the corridor, and there's so much storage. There's a washer dry combination, there's also a fridge here, and then you have much more storage here. It really goes deep inside, like all my arm fits inside here, so I think there's really a lot of storage. And then we go forward, and there basically you have the ensuite for the VIP, which also acts as the day head. So let's check it out. You have quite a spacious shower actually. So I'm 1.88 m, that's about 2 meters standing height, and then obviously here again 2 meters. You have some natural daylight, the toilet nicely sitting in the corner. Then your green natural stone countertop looks very elegant together with this kind of cherry wood interior wall panels. And then here you have a bit of a lighter interior for the guest cabin, which is a twin setup. Also natural light, good standing height, some storage over here, and then also more storage here in this cabinet. And then we go to the VIP, where you have this yellow scheme of the bed. So yeah, and everything here is what you would expect from a well-equipped forward VIP. Lots of storage. Also this behind me is like a rounded storage. And then natural light again, access to this ensuite. And then here in this corner you have again this bench with some storage underneath, and just behind the camera is a little TV. So everything is set up in a good manner. So now it's time, of course, to see the side decks and go to the bow of the boat. Here, actually, this is like a side access, so this has a door, and then if this door is closed, you can also access pretty nicely, kind of towards the end of the second third of the length of the hull. And then this is quite a beamy walkway still for this kind of full beam wide body setup. So then we have the cheeks of the boat here on the front. Then this is the starboard side locker, which is also quite a lot of storage space, so that's very good. And then if I go over here, you have this little arrangement on the front with the sunbathing, and then obviously here you have your anchor locker. Let's put that open, where you can put your fenders. So you actually also have the anchor chain here. So now let's check out the flybridge. So arriving on the flybridge, you see how generous this is. It's really a very large flybridge, especially for the age of the yacht. Then they didn't have so much focus on the large flybridges. Here you have a sink. You can notice, of course, there's some cracking in the gel coat, so that would need some attention. But other than this is just some surface cracks, and the rest is really well taken care of. Also some new Miele cooking field stuff is installed, and the Miele grill. So I think that's quite a nice arrangement. Also here, this wet bar has an ice maker and a fridge that is working well. And then some storage, and it also has a commercial grade sprinkler system, so security is very big on this boat. And then obviously here you have this arch for all the equipment on top, and this one is looking down because basically they need to go under a bridge, so this can just be folded up. And then you have also your searchlight, you have the new Simrad GPS units, which is more exact GPS, and you have radar, and you have television reception with a satellite dome. Then you have some tables. I would personally replace them, but the bases are still good. Then you have this nice sofa round, and of course the helm station, which has now the engine levers in a much more comfortable position to maneuver at the same time. And then you have your Simrad multifunction display, the new autopilot, you have your multifunction display, you have also the chart plotter, and then down here you have the VHF, the second autopilot unit, hydraulic bound stern thruster. So all this is, and then that's the searchlight, anchor chain counter. So all this is quite well equipped, and yeah, I mean, it's very, you have a very good overview also because you can see down the sides on both sides, you can see the front, and through the hatch that is open now, you actually see down to the bouncing platform where there's the jet ski. So you have a very good feeling of control for the boat. So also let's check out the aft section, the platform. Here we have actually quite a wide, I would say nearly 2 meters, or like 1.70 meters or something, this deep platform. You have hydraulic davits to lift the jet ski in and out. And then here you have some built-in chocks. And then over here you have some storage where the jerry cans are located to fuel up the tender and everything. Then you have a cable master that goes inside here, and then obviously here you have the remote for the cable master, the fire hydrant access, and then this door leads you to the crew quarters and the galley. And let me take quickly the camera so I can show you around. And it's quite a spacious galley, I would say. Then a crew mess that actually allows you to have a lot of storage, quite practical. The crew can actually sit nicely here. And then you have the galley on the starboard side, and it's aft. You have new equipment to prepare a stove, oven, microwave, American fridge and freezer combination. So on the port side, there's actually the access from the saloon. You can walk down the stairs, and then behind we just saw the galley and the crew quarters and mess. And then basically we can move forward, and then we enter the engine room. And here you have the big V12 MTU engines, both
1,370 horsepower, so that's 1,370 horsepower each. And then on the port side engine, we have the PTO, the power takeoff unit for the hydraulic thrusters. Behind me is the bigger of the two generators, which is 22 kilowatt. And then on this side, we actually, the owner will install a new generator. So this one is currently gone, will be the smaller one, which will be also the much quieter one for the night use. But everything, all the systems can be run also on the big one, so including aircon and everything. Engine room is quite spacious. Is all systems are running well. We checked a lot of it, and also we have reports available, so if you're seriously interested, then get in touch with us, and then we can really discuss the technical condition and the possibility what you can get from this yacht, because I think it's an interesting opportunity for someone who really wants this kind of space and understands that this is a well-used boat, but offers a fantastic value for money opportunity to have so much space in such a technically good running order. So one more thing, let me actually show you the crew cabin. Basically, we go inside here, and that's on the starboard side. So you have a double bunk bed with some natural light coming in, and then behind me is also kind of a day head access. So this is a shared bathroom, and then over here you have that nice shower. It's actually quite okay, I have to say. Here we are at the end of the video, and for me it was really interesting to visit this yacht in Sweden. I mean, first of all, the location is exceptional because we're in that fjord that goes basically to Stockholm, and I think to cruise, that would be one of my dreams, to cruise up here in Sweden one day. I will probably do it. But before I'm gonna do that, I want to sell this boat, and that's why I was thinking, who could be this boat for? Who could be the buyer of this boat? And I think what you get here is a lot of volume for money, and it's well arranged volume. I think really the cabins, the layout of the flybridge, everything is built solid. It's good quality. It always been technically well maintained. Of course, you see the age. It's more than 24 years old. So of course you're gonna come on board and say, oh wow, this looks old, and there's some cracks, and there's a bit oily and this and that. But I think it's a very good technical base that you can then put some personality in, and then maybe refit some panels here, and maybe do a new sofa there, which honestly you don't even need to. So if everything doesn't need to be super shiny, super new, I think it's a very good boat, very good basis with the wide body, has a good systems, good redundancy. You can really start navigating. She behaves well also on the sea. She has really a lot of volume, a lot of interior space that feels very nice and very generous, and she's really a proper solid kind of yacht, and gives a really good impression overall. And I think that's what I really like about this Horizon 80. So to sum it up, I think it's a very good technical base that you can really put your personality into and have a lot of fun with this boat. So thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you can see more of our yacht videos.
We speak yachting. Let's talk.